In today's wrap-up, according to the Investigative Committee of Armenia, former mayor of Yerevan, Taron Margaryan, has been charged with abuse of power. According to the committee, factual data obtained during an investigation found that Margaryan abused his official authority during his tenure as mayor. He stands accused of illegally acquiring lands for himself and his family, which belonged to several schools in Yerevan. He allegedly instructed the relevant authorities to move the plots of land owned by the schools. The statement read that the land was purchased for far less than the market price. The European Commission has announced that it will provide €3 million worth of financial assistance to the people of Nagorno-Karabakh. The EU delegation to Armenia reported that the focus will be on those affected by the 2020 war and internally displaced peoples. In total, €6.9 million worth of humanitarian aid has been allocated since the beginning of hostilities in September 2020. The EU Commissioner for Crisis Management, Yannis Lenartzits, stated the following, quote, "A severe humanitarian crisis continues in the region. The EU is increasing its support for the people affected by the conflict in and around Nagorno-Karabakh." And a hearing regarding the reopened case of the murder of Poghos Borosian has taken place. In July 2020, the Criminal Court of Appeal dismissed the case regarding Poghos Borosian's murder in the center of Yerevan about 20 years ago and sent it for a new investigation. This comes after a British national who reportedly witnessed the events came forward with new evidence. At today's session, the defense submitted a motion for self-withdrawal to the judge. The court went to the consultation room and the decision will be published on March the 4th. Poghos Borosian was beaten and killed on September 25, 2001, in the bathroom of the Aragos cafe in Yerevan. According to eyewitnesses, the incident took place after he greeted former President Robert Kocharyan, who came to the cafe, by saying "Privet Rob" or "Hi Rob." And in the latest episode of Insights with Erika Kopian, Eric explains what exactly he means about implementing a culture of competence and excellence in Armenia. Eric uses the example of the 2020 Karabakh War to demonstrate what exactly he means and what steps can be taken. Chief of Staff of the PM's office, Vardan Petrosyan, spoke to CivilNet on Armenia's handling of the pandemic, as well as how the health system dealt with the Second Karabakh War. Mr. Petrosyan also gave his take on public sector reform, the POWs issue, and the government's communication strategy. And finally, CivilNet's team went to the village of Nerkin in the region of Syunik. After the end-of-war agreement on November 9th, the residents of this village found themselves just a few kilometers away from Azerbaijani military positions. After the 44-day war, Armenia handed over multiple regions to Azerbaijan. Sections of the communities in Syunik were also handed over. CivilNet spoke to the residents to see what they think about the security threats, the proximity of Azerbaijani soldiers, and the loss of their pastures.